Wow. I have to say it, guys, you finally did it. You've managed to buy out all of the cards that I said you should buy before it skyrockets in price, before I even make the video of buying cards that you should buy before they skyrocket in price. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys.
Get you to take your own advice.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about cards you guys should buy before they skyrocket in price. Some players may think that these videos are the worst thing to happen to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the worst thing to happen in the world. I mean, between World War III, Kobe's death, the current pandemic we're in, and murder hornets, buying cards before they skyrocket has to be the thing that's gonna happen in May, right? In this video, specifically, we're gonna focus on long-term investments, but we're also gonna be able to address some of the cards that people are buying for nostalgia, as well as some cards that will see impact in play. So without further ado, let's jump on in. The first card I want to talk to you about, I'm actually relatively proud of this card. We told you guys to buy Crusadia Arborea as a part of a Crusadia package in a video before, but now Crusadia Arborea is coming to the spotlight. The reason being is because she is a free tuner monster you can special summon under a Link Arrow, which provides free food for Needle Fiber. She's also a warrior monster which can be searchable by reinforcement of the army, and on top of that, she is a water monster, so water decks will completely love this card. Area was 55 cents, jumped up to the dollar range, but I think this card can be a $3 to $5 card. Definitely have your playset of super rare area before it is too late. Now you guys are going to have to wait for me to reveal this elaborate scheme, but Arborea works really well with Salamangreat Mirage. Reason being is because Salamangreat Mirage does provide a Link Arrow to Arborea to point to, but it's also a really good card. Mirage's current price point sits at about 50 cents for an ultra rare and about $6 for the secret rare. Salamangreat's max price point for an ultra rare will be about $2 or $3, meaning that you'll make a considerable amount in the markup, and the secret rare can be anywhere from $10 to $15. Now I'll explain Salamangreat Mirage with the next card, but just be sure to get your Salamangreat Mirages if you are picking up Crusadia Arborea. Now the card that you guys have been waiting for, it ties in both of the two previous cards that we're talking about, and it has excellent nostalgia value. Sengan is an insanely, oh my god, how can I have not thought of this before? This card is mad powerful. Sengan's effects were currently errated or recently errated to the ability of you cannot activate card effects that you add root Sengan's effect. Fortunately for us, Crusadia Arborea does not activate its effect. Well, how do you get Sengan into the graveyard? Sengan just so happens to be 1,000 attack, meaning you can summon it, link it off into a Salamangreat Mirage, a card that you guys should pick up as well, to search the Crusadia Arborea, and since Arborea does not activate, you can summon Arborea to your side of the field for free. That ultimately leads to a Needle Fiber or Hacklet Fibrix to special summon another tuner monster to your side of the field, and then Link Cross and a whole bunch of other combos that is just too strong for the strategy. Sengan has a myriad of prints, ranging all the way from common to ultra rare and secret rare alike. The Sengans I want you guys to take advantage of are the secret rare print, the ultra rare print, the hobby elite print, maybe the gold rare print, but more importantly the cheetah print, because you can spot a good Sengan when you see it. I think Sengan's bottom price for a gold rare is about $3 to $5, and its ceiling can be a $30 to $40 high rarity YOLO swag card. It has nostalgia because it does fit inside of the GO format, and it's also ultimately just a really good card. Solemn Judgment is just another one of those great cards that has applications across the board. First, it is a card that is extremely popular inside of older formats. If you guys decide to play GO format, it is a card that is viable at 3. And second, Solemn Judgment is still a pretty decent card at the cost of half of your life points. Being able to negate a monster summon, a spell, or a trap card, being able to always be activated is always a decent thing to look at. The thing that I like the most about Solemn Judgment is the new Secret Slayer set. It was reprinted inside of this box and is fairly cheap. Last time I checked, it was about $1. When is the last time you've seen a solemn print at $1? This is a card that everyone should have. Of course, there are going to be more solemn judgment prints, but it's going to go up in price no matter what. I can see the super rare versions of Solemn Judgment being a $3 to $4 card, so it's a rather modest investment that won't get you a lot of returns, but it will always be a card in demand. Upstart Goblin is another card that has similar applications to Solemn Judgment. It is a card that could be played back in the olden formats such as GOAT, but it's also a card that still has meta relevancy to this day. Upstart Goblin also sits at about the same price range at $1 to $2, and unfortunately it had to be printed in the same printing as my Turbo Pack Upstart Goblins. Rest in peace. Upstart Goblin has the same ceiling as Solemn Judgment in my opinion at about a $5 to $7 card, so it's not going to get you huge gains, but it is going to be a card that's always in demand. I'd pick these cards up so you can get an upstart over everybody else. Get it? So I kind of understand why this card isn't expensive, but I think at the very least, a few years down the road, this card will be sought after. Adamancipator Dragon Rizite? How do you say this card's name? It's Adamancipator Ryzen Dragite. Oh man, I was completely off. This 3000 attack, 2200 body allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and then add a rock monster. That's not what we're talking about. Its other effect is if your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you have a water monster in your graveyard, you can negate the activation and destroy it. Wait, does this thing destroy it? It says excavate the top 5 cards and get a rock, and then it says water monster in graveyard. Yeah, negate the activation and destroy it. That's not that bad. I have to check this card's effects twice because it is amazing. I mean, one would think, oh, we don't have a lot of water monsters to play, but Christian Hulk is a water monster. So in theory, you can use Hulk's effect to specimen Formula Synchron, and if you have the required monsters on the field, you can make this card for a free negation. I mean, I'm not saying that this card's a world beater, but 73 cents is extremely low for a card that provides a free negation on your opponent's turn. There is one retail seller that has 713 copies of this card. Like seriously, how many boxes of Secret Slayer did you open? But the cool thing about it is I don't see this card going up anytime soon, so you can pick up your Dragites, as many as you want to for the time being, and a later term investment as it'll be around a $5 to $10 card. Now this is from our YOLO Schmack Shmoney boys that got the jillion dollars that are stimulated by that stimulus check, G. This is literally not even a card that you should buy. It's just a card that's just gonna go up eventually because cards like Dandelion are going up, so why not mention it? Crush Card Virus is a card that you guys should buy to make it go up in price. Is that the correct way to say it? I mean, because seriously, it doesn't have meta implications right now. It could have meta implications, but it's really just nostalgia. A Duelist Back Kaiba Ultimate Rare Unlimited for the nearest near mint is $16 for a card that sees 0 competitive play right now. If you go a little further to find the first editions, they are $28. Why isn't this card like 500 bucks? Now, I'm not saying get this card to 500 bucks, that's ridiculous, but I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna do that. All I am saying, one of the most iconic cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! At a high value and low printings, as well as low stock, is about $15 to $28 depending on if you want unlimiteds or near mint first eds. Meanwhile, there are other cards that have 0 competitive relevancy, 0 nostalgia value, that go for a lot higher than Crush Boy. I'm just saying, guys, I'm not the person to incite a buyout, but if this card was to jump by a lot, well, that's pretty much all I have for cards you should buy before they skyrocket in price. A little bit of competitive relevancy, a lot of bit of nostalgia, and then some safe investments for future term. If you guys want to help, I want you to post down below in the comment section what cards that players should buy before they skyrocket. Let's help the community out because, seriously, the people that started playing this Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game are about my age, and they're getting a lot of money to just buy out stuff, and it's kind of scary, but it's a good thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Like, we'll have value. Cards will have value. cards will be expensive. Also, if you guys want to see more videos like this, then be sure to hit that like button. I hope you guys are staying safe in this pandemic and having a great day like I am.